Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. President Uhuru Kenyatta today conducted an extensive tour of development projects in Ukambani region. The president was accompanied during that visit by the Wiper leader, Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. He was also accompanied by the three governors from the Ukambani region. Governor Alfred Mutua, Doctor of Machakos County, Professor Kivuta Kibwana of Makwiny, and Governor Charity Kalikingilo of Kitui. Raila Odinga also joined President Uhuru Kenyatta during this tour. In this video today, I want us to do an analysis into the presence of Raila Odinga. Why Raila Odinga joined the president during this tour? Because I've always maintained on this channel that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve specific political objectives. There is no way Raila Odinga would have just joined Ukambani leadership during a presidential tour. Because we all know that before this tour, the president actually met with the leadership from the Ukambani region. And there were a lot of issues over this particular trip. But the president finally decided, because initially it was postponed and reasons were given, the president finally decided to attend it. But what was the objective of Raila Odinga's presence during this tour? The information I have is that Raila Odinga received a phone call in the morning to join the president for this tour. I want us to do analysis. Before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Now let us get back to serious business. Uhuru was in Ukambani to launch development projects. In fact, a friend of mine posted a very interesting observation that Musalia Mudavadi accused Raila Odinga of taking the president to Nyanza to launch development projects in Nyanza instead of Western Kenya. And he was advising Musalia Mudavadi that he should learn from Kalonzo Musyoka, that after the president went to Nyanza, Kalonzo Musyoka and the Ukambani leadership decided to pay President Uhuru Kenyatta a visit, and they agreed on this particular visit. And anytime the president visits a place, there are normally certain changes which are visible. So I want to advise Musalia Mudavadi, please take your phone, place it to President Uhuru Kenyatta, talk to President Uhuru Kenyatta and ask him to visit Western Kenya, so that after visiting Western Kenya, the development project he took to Nyanza, you can also negotiate some for your people. But why was Raila Odinga present at this meeting? Let me go straight to my points. Number one, there is serious push and pull between the Ukambani governors and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And because of this push and pull, these governors wanted to water down the presence of Kalonzo Musyoka during this visit. For those who've been following the details about this trip, yesterday Kalonzo Musyoka made an extensive tour of some of the places the president was supposed to visit today. And Professor Kivuta Kibwana and several other governors accused Kalonzo of not touring this particular development project, despite the fact that some of them were launched several years ago. Yes, never bothered. So they wanted to water down his presence by making Raila Odinga appear. The presence of Raila Odinga in this event means that the limelight was going to be taken away from Kalonzo Musyoka, now to Raila Odinga. For example, on this channel, we are questioning why Raila Odinga was present, and we are not interrogating the message the president is trying to send by visiting Ukambani. Even in the media, you can clearly tell that they are reporting that Raila and Uhuru towards Ukambani. Then secondly, they also wanted the presence of Raila Odinga there to make this event a national event. The governors and Kalonzo Musyoka are fighting over the control of Ukambani. So to avoid those wars, they needed Raila and Uhuru and make the event now a national event. And you can read from Kalonzo Musyoka's Facebook page post. He made a very interesting post. Let me just see if I can get it on his Facebook page. Very interesting. Kalonzo. Hope I'm going, okay. Kalonzo is saying, just concluded the inspection of Thwake Dam with His Excellency President Uhuru and other leaders. He has not mentioned Raila Amolo Odinga. And if you study these photos, the first photo, there's no Raila Odinga. The second photo, there's no Raila Odinga. The third photo, there's no Raila Odinga. The fourth photo, there's no Raila Odinga. So there's only one there where you can see Raila Odinga from far. I want to challenge you to just go to his Facebook page so that you can check those. So from the Kalonzo Musyoka statement alone, it means there's some beef. So he was actually surprised by the presence of Raila Amolo Odinga during this visit. Number two, I also tend to believe that President Uhuru Kenyatta is trying to reconcile Kalonzo and Raila. And I'll be keenly watching their moves after this event, because normally political events, not necessarily important, but what happens after. Will President Uhuru Kenyatta meet Raila and Kalonzo after this meeting? The truth of the matter is that Raila Amolo Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka were an item in the last election. In fact, in 2013, they were together. 2017, they were together. President Uhuru Kenyatta is going home. But the president wants a situation where one of the NASA core principles becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. So I'm reading that probably the president, because the president is the one who called Raila, the president wants to try and talk to Kalonzo Musyoka and Raila Amolo Odinga to see whether these two gentlemen will be ready to reconcile. Because the reconciliation in NASA is key for President Uhuru Kenyatta and his 2022 political objectives. Uhuru wants to stop Ruto. He can only stop Ruto if Kalonzo, Mudavadi, Weta are together. Or even if not all of them, but at least some of them are together. So that's number two. Number three, and I want you guys to take this very seriously. President Uhuru Kenyatta, moving forward, is going to make Raila Amolo Odinga part of his legacy projects. William Ruto in the earlier, after second term, wanted to leverage on President Uhuru Kenyatta's development project. And then at some point they started claiming that the president is doing nothing. The president went underground and decided to complete only his legacy projects. So the president, in my considered opinion, wants Raila Amolo Odinga to be part of his legacy project. When he was in Kisumu, his legacy project is actually the port of Kisumu. Raila Odinga was there. When he was in Mombasa with Joho, Joho is a representative of Raila Amolo Odinga, and I think initially he even went with Raila Amolo Odinga to Mombasa, one of his legacy projects. So in Ukambani, I think Konza City and Thwake Dam projects are some of President Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy projects. So the president is looking at a situation where Raila Odinga is made part of his legacy project. I want you to listen to President Uhuru Kenyatta describing Raila Amolo Odinga, because he even attacked the deputy president over his CG bottoms up, his Mutuamboga kind of economics. He told Kenyans that Raila Odinga understands the importance of infrastructure. Listening to the president.
Hiyo stima inasaidia kijana kule kijijini kuanza kazi yake ya jua kali, kuanza kazi yake ya welding kidogo hapo, kuhakikisha wameweka barafu maziwa yake isiharibike. So infrastructure is important. Kwa hivyo kwa wale ambao hawaelewi ni kwa nini tuwafanya haya, wajue ya kwamba hatutaweza kumaliza shida ya ukosefu wa kazi kwa vijana wetu. Hatutaweza kuinua hali ya maisha ya wananchi wetu bila infrastructure. Na ndipo nashukuru hawa viongozi. Ukisikia Raila akiongea, unasikia anasema infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. Anaelewa ni nini inatakikana. Ukisikia Kalonzo akisema ni hiyo, anaelewa ni nini inatakikana. Sio tu kuongea kwa sababu unataka kuchafua fikira za vijana. Lazima uwe na mpango. Na mpango uwezi uwe naye usipofikiria mahitaji yale ambaye mwishowe itasaidia mwananchi kujisimamia. Mwananchi hataki kupewa, anataka apatiwe uwezo wa kujitafutia na kujisimamia. Hiyo ndiyo nchi ambayo unaweza kusema uko na nchi ambayo wanajivunia na wanafurahia nchi.
Number 4, I also think that the presence of Raila Odinga was also meant to send a message to Kenyans. President Uhuru Kenyatta, and I'm saying this again, is going to endorse Raila Odinga. Take that to the bank. So he's sending this message to the people of Ukambani. Otherwise, if he was still gambling with Kalonzo Musyoka, he would not have carried Raila Odinga with him. Again, Raila Odinga cannot get crushed into President Uhuru Kenyatta's event, especially when he knew the kind of high voltage politics which were in Ukambani ahead of this visit. So it's the president who invited him. So the president wants to send a message to Kenyans, because after Ukambani, President Uhuru Kenyatta will also embark on a tour of the larger Mount Kenya region, and he will be accompanied with or by Raila Odinga. So he's telling Kenyans that my preferred presidential candidate is this gentleman called Raila Odinga. And lastly, I also tend to believe that the president is using the trip to Ukambani to test the ground in the region. Are Kamba still with Raila Odinga? He will be able to tell that. Of course, this particular event is coming at a time when there's COVID, and those who are attending the event were actually invite only. But the truth of the matter is that he wanted to test the ground. Can Kamba still accept Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka's ticket? Later on, the intelligence will brief him how the presence of Raila Odinga played out there. Whether Charity Ngilu, Alfred Mutua, or even Kivutha Kibwana have some certain influence, so that even if Kalonzo will not be part of this, then they can support Raila Odinga. In fact, the mere fact that some of these governors wanted Raila Odinga confirms that the president is actually divided. He's not yet decided whether Kalonzo should be the guy or is going to work with these governors. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts. Today you can see guests. There's a prince here. There's another prince here. Yeah, one of them I think are gonna flu, but these are my boy. That's my last born. Yeah, Prince. Say hi to my friends. Fanya hivi. What has happened, Prince? Alikuwa anasema. You are short, okay. Okay, just relax, sawa. Anyway, those are kids. But I think the elder one wanted to stop him. He was making a lot of noise around. Yeah? Bye-bye, and may you have a good day.